Hey everyone, welcome back with my review of Bleach Manga Chapter 535. Now, first thing I want to mention is that at the beginning of this chapter there were 3 color pages. One was Ichigo facing off against Grimmjow, or facing Grimmjow rather, face to face. One was Ichigo facing face to face his hollow form, and the other one was Ichigo wielding his Bankai. Maybe this is a hint by Kishimoto that some things are going to return. I want to see Grimmjow fight again, in case you couldn't tell. And I want to see his hollow form again too. And his Bankai, of course. So maybe these were some hints by Kishimoto. Who knows? Sometimes manga authors tend to like to throw hints in like that whenever they throw in color pages in their chapters. So, yeah. Just some food for thought here. Now, see, this chapter, actually recording this review way earlier than I usually record my chapter reviews. Don't usually record until like the weekend or something after they come out and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, this chapter is very simple, very simple. It comes in 3 parts, technically. First part and last part are so short, though. The first part is just Misaki basically thinking to herself. She's basically thinking that she's going to die, if not dead already, and that no one can save her, that she can't even save herself and whatnot. And then we cut to Kisuke, Isshin, and Ryuken, alright? And Ryuken and Isshin are basically questioning Kisuke about who he is, and so he explains, my name is Kisuke Urahara, I've been expelled from the Soul Society, and then he explains about the process of hollification, which I guess is what Misaki's undergoing right now. Okay. So yeah, hollification, which we all know what hollification is. Hollification's been around technically since Kisuke first hollified Ichigo. We didn't learn about what it was exactly though till the turn back the pendulum arc, but it's still been around since then. So yeah, and he goes into this long, elaborate explanation. I can't even remember some of the shit he said, but most of it's not really that important because most of it was stuff we already fucking knew. He's just explaining to them because they didn't know at that time. Okay. And then at the very end of his explanation, though, he says that it's not up to Ryuken what happens to Misaki, because he can save Misaki's life, but he can never return her to her previous form. It's up to Isshin, because Quincy's and Soul Reapers, I guess, aren't actually opposites. All right, Soul Reapers and Soul Reapers and Quincy's are opposites. All right, so the opposites have to either repel or attract, I believe, is what it's basically saying there. So a Quincy couldn't help a Quincy out of it, basically. All right, so because Quincy's and Soul Reapers are opposites, just the same as Hollows and humans are opposites. All right, so but then Kisuke explains that if Isshin decides to go through with it, he would lose. There would be a pretty much 100% chance that he would lose all his powers and never be able to use them ever again. Lose all his spiritual awareness. All right, all except for his memories, obviously. So now we learn exactly how he lost his powers. All right. For the longest time we figured that maybe it was performing the final Getsuga Tensho in a battle against someone, but nope, I guess this was the way he lost his powers. I think it would have been more epic if it would have been the final Getsuga Tensho, but this is a good way to, I think. Alright, and without even thinking, he says, yes, I'm gonna do it, because he's just like his fucking son. Alright, he doesn't even care about the consequences, really. And then the final scene is basically Misaki awakening to see Isshin there. He makes some sort of stupid remark, and about some knight in shining armor. And then the chapter ends. And yeah, that is the chapter. Very simplistic. Not a whole lot to it. There was a lot of dialogue in this chapter, which is good. You know, explain stuff. Most of the shit we already knew, but some of it we didn't, so it was good to fill us in. Now we know for a fact how Ishin lost his powers. All right, he lost his powers because he had to help Misaki live, basically, in essence. And obviously, with no powers, he would be banned from the Soul Society, so that's likely how he got banned from the Soul Society as well. So, you know, Kubo's finally starting to fill in a lot of these questions. Alright. Which is good. And no new questions open up in this chapter, despite how many questions got filled in, or answered. So that's good. Good job, good job, Kubo. So, yeah, anyways, I guess that's about it for this review, though. I'll say it was a good plus chapter, alright? Because it explained shit, some shit we already knew, some we didn't, and it answered some questions, basically. Which is good, which is always good. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.